Hello and welcome to my channel Mind's Eye and Inspiration. This is going to be the weekly pick a card reading, and I just want to say thank you for all the likes, shares and subscribes that I've received so far. I really am grateful. And if you haven't already subscribed and you enjoy the content that I'm putting out, then click that subscribe button. It's totally free. And it just lets me know that you're enjoying this content, and then obviously you won't miss any future videos that I release as well. So this is going to be a pick a card reading, so it's just for fun. So all you need to do is have a look at these three lines, 1, 2 and 3, and feel which line you're connected to, which one are you drawn to. And that's the line that you want to pick, and then hopefully that will be your reading for this week, starting Sunday the 14th of November. Okay. Now we'll put some timestamps in the description box below and at the bottom of the video, depending on what kind of device that you're watching it on. If you pick line 2 or 3, you don't have to sit through all the readings. You just click the timestamp and it will take you straight to the reading. I'll also put a link in the description box below to some books that I've got on Amazon. They make brilliant Christmas presents, manifesting journals, pigeon racing, tradesman books. And so do click on the link and have a look at those. Excuse any tapping you hear in the background. That is the dog that's just running about there. He'll settle down in a minute. Okay, so for those of you that have picked line 1, you've got the Ace of Swords, you've got the 7 of Wands, you've got the Devil card, and you've got the Fox. Adapt to changes that are happening. So you've got some new thoughts this week. You've got some kind of changes or challenges that are coming up, and you're thinking of new ways to conquer them. You've got some new ideas and some inspiration of how you're gonna tackle these challenges. Do think it through. Don't try and rush. They are only minor obstacles. You know, you can't always stop changes. Nobody likes changes. We get used to the routine that we're in, and we don't like changes when they come along. But sometimes, you know, afterwards you realise these changes were for the better. I do think for some of you these changes are to do with your career or your work life. For others, because they're Wands cards, it can symbolise changes to do with your home life. The Devil card shows that you feel stuck to how things used to be. Like with the Fox card here, that adapt to the changes. It's like you don't want the changes. You don't want things to change. You want things to remain as they are. For some of you, this could show that you've been in some kind of controlling relationship or controlling situation. And it's really weird when you've been in that situation, you've been in a relationship where you feel controlled, and suddenly you're out of it and you're free to make your own decisions. It's scary because you've never had to decide for yourself, because you've always been told what to think, what to say, what to do, and suddenly you've got to think for yourself, and it can be quite scary, quite daunting. But you are adaptable and you can change. You can move with the changes. You can adapt to the changes. You can learn to make these decisions for yourself. So it's a bit of a week for you this week. I know we've not had no cups cards, but I feel it's going to be quite emotional for you as well as you go through these changes. But I wish you lots of luck for those of you that have picked line 1. And I hope that that reading has helped you in some way. And we'll now go to line 2. Okay. So for those of you that have picked line 2, you've got the Empress card. You've got Judgment card. You've got the Death card. And you've got the Raven Magic. Own your power. So, wow. Something is ending and something is beginning for you, for those of you that have picked line 2 this week. I mean, as we all know, whenever you have a new beginning in life, something else has to have ended for the new beginning to start. So a lot of people get scared of the Death card, but it's nothing to be scared of. It doesn't signify a death, as in a person dying. It signifies a situation coming to an end. But it feels really good. A bit similar to the first card. I feel that this is about you taking control of your life and making things happen that you want to happen. You've got the Empress card here. So that's all about giving birth to new ideas and a new situation that's going to bring you happiness and abundance in your life. You can see this lady here in the diagram. The lady is pregnant and she's got all this growth around her, all these plants, all these flowers, and she's sitting in her throne. She's in charge of her life. She's bringing in this new life, this new birth, this new idea. So for some of you, this can signify a pregnancy. You know, if you're trying for a baby, then this could be a good week to fall pregnant or hear about a pregnancy. But for others, this will signify some kind of idea or creative project or job, but it's giving birth to something new in your life. And you've got the Judgment card. So it's being aware of the decisions that you make today will affect what happens to you in the future. And it's also about you rising above a situation. You know, with the Death card here, something has ended and you're rising up from it now. You know, you're moving on from it, from the pain, from the hurt, from the decisions that you made, what made this ending. You're now rising above all of those. And you're coming out into the light. You're over the worst and you're feeling much more positive this week, much more happier and ready to move forward to this new beginning. Because you know now that life has changed and you know that you have to move forward to how life is. So be the raven, look. Magic. Manifest the life that you want and own your power. You are now in charge of your life. You are the one now that has to decide what to do. You have to decide how you want your future to look. And you have to own it. It's up to you now to make it happen. You can't change the past. Future hasn't happened yet. So the power is in the now. Whatever happens now is what will affect your future. And that's quite powerful when you think about it, that the decisions you make today affect your tomorrow. So think carefully about how you want your future to look. What kind of home life do you want? What kind of relationship do you want? What kind of work life do you want? And make the decisions that will give you the future that you want. The power is in the now. Own your power and make the magic happen. Well, I hope that's been good for you, for those of you that have picked line 2. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. That way you won't miss any future videos that I release. It's totally free to subscribe, so go ahead and click that button. Okay, let's turn over line 3. You've got the Hanged Man. You've got the King of Cups. You've got the Two of Wands. And Antelope, decisiveness, make a decision and take appropriate action. So the Hanged Man, it's all about being in a situation where at the moment not a lot is happening. So for those of you that have picked line 3, life could feel quite stagnant for you at the moment. You're in a bit of a, I don't know, a waiting stage. You're waiting for something to happen, or you're waiting for things to come into play. And you're just in that period of time where not a lot is happening. But it gives you time to look around. It gives you time to observe what is going on and looking at things from all angles. This is the time where you can research, you can look at things, and you can make the decisions and start picking things that you want. Because the changes are coming here, look, with the King of Cups. The changes are coming. And again, it's about you being in control of the changes, which is a similar theme this week for all 3 lines, actually. It's all been about owning your own power, being your own boss, making the changes. And you've got decisions that you're making. And I feel they'll come in more towards the end of this week, because the beginning of the week feels to me that it's going to start off quite slow, quite stagnant. But as you move towards the end of this week is when the decisions will start coming in. I feel Thursday, Friday, you need to start making the decisions. And you can see this man here, he's holding the world in his hands. And it feels to me, as I look at that card, it's like you juggling the world and you're passing it from hand to hand. So it's like, you know, like with this card, you can't make the decision. You're passing it to and fro. One minute you think this thought, the next minute you think that thought, and you can't quite weigh it up. So it's like a balancing act, really, of the decision. What do I do? What do I do? Well, only you can make the decision. And I feel that, you know, deep down inside, you do know what you want. You're just a bit worried about, you know, making the wrong decision or regretting something. But you do need to take appropriate action. You do need to make the decision. So while you're in this thinking stage at the beginning of the week, that gives you time to really think it through. Before you get to Thursday, Friday, you've got a few days to really, really think carefully and look at all the options available to you. Like I said, research, look at all the options, look at things from every angle. You've got a few days to do that. Okay, so for those of you that have picked line 3, I really hope that this reading has helped you in some way. And if it has, then don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. It's totally free to subscribe. And it just means that you won't miss any future videos that I release. Don't forget to check out the description box below to some videos that I've got available on Amazon. And don't forget to look out for your monthly and your year ahead reading, which a lot of them are out now. I've just got a few more to release, and they'll be released this week. So do look out for your year ahead reading and your monthly reading, and I hope I'll see you again. Thank you for watching.